It's called actually named Lemanahaghn tree, and the reason for its existence, they say that one time there was a great fire. Lemanahaghn was away from home again. Obviously he was out working, preaching, and when he came back anyway, he struck a rock and a well spout up, quenched all the fire. The only thing that survived was this tree here, and became Lemanahaghn tree, struck the well. So there's other stories about that as well, variations of the story, you know. But I tend to think this one is probably the nicest one. Now, this tree, of course, fell many times over the years, but always sprouted up. You know, this one here is about, I don't know how many years. I can remember the very old one there, you know, back in the 60s. So that's the thing, and the people come along there and put rags on it, other sort of stuff. And everybody in the town's land has a piece of Lemanahaghn tree in their house. As story says about the tree not burning, it prevents fire. Also, people believe it's good to bring when travelling. Good thing to have. So people say travelling to America or any long journeys to Australia, bring a little bit of Lemanahaghn tree. Not everybody, but a number of people I know do it. I do it myself. I'm a bit superstitious. So that's it about folklore, as I can think of. There probably is other stories in my mind, but could pop up some other time, you know.
Monken's prayer. O Son of the living God, ancient eternal King, grant me a hidden hut to be my home in the wild, with green shallow water running by its side, and a clear pool to wash off sin by the grace of the Holy Ghost. A lovely wood close by, around it on every hand, to feed the birds of many voices, to shelter them and hide. Southward facing for warmth, with a stream on its grounds, on choice land of thick growth, good for every crop. Some sensible disciples, their number I will fix, modest and obedient, praying to the King, 4 times 3, or 3 times 4, correct for every need, 2 sides within the church on the north side and the south. 6 pairs beside myself, gathered all about me, praying for all eternity to the King who lights the sun. A lovely church with linen, a home for heaven's King, with bright lamps shining down on the clean bright scriptures. And a special house to go for minding of the body, with no lust or luxury or any harmful thought. And the things that I will have there and tend there for certain, and hens fresh and fragrant leeks, bees and speckled salmon, ample food and raiment for the King of fairest fame, and I seated somewhere praying to God.
While I understand and appreciate the significance of Lemanahaghn and its ancient Christian sites, to me it's not so much its significance that's important as its relevance and how we relate to it as people from Lemanahaghn and from the parish and from elsewhere who come to visit Lemanahaghn. I think I'm going back to the womb of Christianity in Lemanahaghn, and the boundary of the cell to me is the actual womb, and the cell itself is the baby, me the baby, inside in that womb. And that's where I'm born, and it's pre-Christian. So I'm born as a person within my own right, and going there to Medicell reminds me of that, and that impacts on me permanently every time I go there. And when I leave the cell, I'm leaving as a person created by God, and all our ancestors since Lemanahaghn came to Lemanahaghn would have gone to Medicell and would have gone to the well, and there's that great sense of continuity. But even beyond continuity is that sense of presence, that Lemanahagh's well and Lemanahaghn road and in particular Medicell has existed from the 6th century as it is today undisturbed, and it has that sense of presence, that sense of now, that on a personal basis I don't experience anywhere else.
The millennium sun will rise o'er Medicell, sing songs of praise at my holy well, for I was Mella's only son. My work goes on until kingdom come.